Morning, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Ron, one of the practitioners here at the center, and I'm filling in. I'm not Monica, even though it suggests that. I'm actually in there. Good. I'm filling in for Monica. She had a little bit of car trouble. So today we're going to do more of a focused visualization. We're going to try to bring ourselves into the infinite, associate ourselves with the infinite one, and just get a sense or feeling of that, of letting go of what we describe ourselves as, our body and our mind, and just begin to feel what we are as the infinite. So, and maybe at the end, there was a beautiful reading that Neil did at the Saging Group, and I think if this time I'm going to read that from Ernest Holmes. All right, just begin by taking that deep breath in. And as you release that breath, release the responsibility of breath to the automatic control, so that you no longer need to manage it, be a part of it. Connect yourself to the breath, allowing the breath to move as it needs to in order to do what it needs to do. Trust that and release. And as you release, we also release the body for this visualization. There is no need to bring the body with us. So just release it, let it go in a comfortable spot. And now begin to bring your attention, that is your focus, your awareness, just in between your eyes, looking at the back of your eyelids. And just again notice, no attempt to control or manipulate, not even describe. No need to label, just notice. And we're going to go a little further and release some of those labels and some of those beliefs. What you're noticing behind your eyelids is not actually contained within the skull. It feels so because you tell yourself that. But in truth, it is just a vast, open space. Notice that if you take away the description, if you take away the limitation of the skull, the space begins to move out, endlessly expanding in every direction. Now push yourself out into that space. In fact, you are not behind it, you are surrounded by it. Just allowing yourself to be there. Allowing it to be, and yourself to be. And notice this space is in fact boundless. It is our opportunity to experience the infinite. And in this visualization, let's explore that. Let's push out into that space. Go forward or backwards, up or down, wherever you like, and push out. Look out, move out, looking for a space, looking for a boundary, looking for a limitation. Is there one? Keep pushing, and if you come up against one, and say, that seems as far as I can go, that's as far as my imagination will allow. Notice that you know there's another side, something on the other side of that. So go there, and move again. In any direction, up, down, wherever you go, push for the edge and notice you really can't find one. Spaceless, boundless, infinite. And what about time? What about time in this infinite space? Where can you go in this space? Jump behind you. Jump to the left, jump down with your attention. Bring your focus way above. At any moment, wherever you bring your focus to, there you are. You didn't arrive, you were there. You are always there. In fact, try to find a space somewhere in this vast, endless space that you are not. Can you even imagine a place within this space that you are not? No, it's not possible, because every time you notice a space, you find yourself centered in it. So this place, spaceless, timeless, conditionless. We brought nothing with us. Here I am. I am not here in gender. I didn't bring my gender. I don't know my gender here. I can give myself that label, but here I just am. I'm neither tall or short, young or old. My name matters not here. Color of my hair, my eye color, anything about me that I label myself as is unnecessary here. I am simply here. Notice that. Say to yourself, I am. And notice immediately that you don't have to prove that point. You know. Intuitively, you know you are. In this timeless, infinite, conditionless place and space, you are completely at ease. You fill it all, even without boundaries. Wherever you go, there you are. Take some time now just at rest to be in this space. And if an idea enters the space, notice it, but don't participate with it. Just let it pass through into the nothingness from which it came, and remain, I am here. Be mindful if you're developing a story, something to do with the past or the future. If you're talking to yourself, draw back from it. Back into the spaceless space. Notice the space. Feel yourself in it. Release all the language. Release all the idea. Don't create. Don't imagine. Be. Just be. In this infinite, timeless, conditionless place, you fully exist, but before experience, before perception, before awareness, before memory, before imagination, you simply are. This is the oneness. We are all there. No aspect of the infinite belongs to you individually. It belongs to us entirely and collectively. This is what Holmes says about it. There is one infinite mind from which all things come. The mind is through, in, and around man. It is the only mind, and it is the only mind there is, and every time man thinks, he uses that one mind. There is one infinite spirit, and every time man says, I am, he proclaims it. There is one infinite substance, and every time man moves, he moves in it. There is one infinite law, and every time man thinks, he sets that law in motion. There is one infinite God, and every time man speaks to this God, he receives direct answer. One. 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 I am God, and there is nothing else. There is one limitless life which returns to the thinker exactly what he thinks into it. One. 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 In all, over all, and through all. Talk, live, act, believe, and know that you are a center in this one. All the power there is, all the presence there is, all the love there is, all the peace there is, all the good there is. And the only God there is omnipresent. Consequently, the infinite is in and through man and is in and through everything. Act as though I am, and I will be. Namaste. Now begin just to bring yourself back to your breath, noticeably taking control of your breath, taking a deep breath in, bringing yourself back to body-mind, and release that breath. And as you do, begin to move your fingers and your toes. One more deep breath in, stretching out, and when you're ready and when you're comfortable, open your eyes.
When your mind goes dark and you lost direction, baby, take a walk. Look at your reflection. Every line and scar, every dried up teardrop, they got you this far. You never let your fears stop you. Only you can tell when your heart is honest. Nobody can sell what your soul is promised. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Everything you need to know is inside your heart. So don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, in the deepest cave of your hurt and regret, on the highest peaks where nobody's been yet, you gotta trust yourself and your intuition. Ain't nobody else gonna give permission, and they'll never know what you're gonna become till you let it show. You gotta beat your own drum. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Everything you need to know is inside your heart. So don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm afraid of death, 'cause I know I'm not done. Gotta take a breath, pick a dream to become. On my dying day, I will want you with me, and I hope and pray that you will forgive me for all my mistakes and my indiscretions. You're my great escape, you're my intercession. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep singing till you throw away your worry and doubt. So don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Everything you need to know is inside your heart. And I'll be walking right beside you as you figure it out. I'll be walking right beside you as you figure it out.
Yowza! Good morning, everybody. That's Martin Kerr. Woo! And we're not going to listen to him except for when he sings, because we want to hear him sing some more. Welcome, everybody, to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. If you are new to the center, I will introduce myself. I'm Pat Campbell, and I'm the spiritual director of the center. And if you haven't been to a Center for Spiritual Living, there's a few things you need to know. We are a faith tradition. We don't ever call ourselves a religion. We may call ourselves a philosophy. We are a faith tradition that honors all faith traditions because we understand that there are as many people on this earth, and each one of us is a divine spark of the divine. And so there can't be just one way to believe. There can't be just one way to think. We are each of us here to express and live and know ourselves as the expression of God that we are. And so that makes like 8 billion different paths, and we are all on one. So what I want to say to you is, if you are new here and you've never heard of us before, you've never been here before, just know that you are absolutely welcome, and we honor and welcome the path that you're on. So what I would like to ask is, if there's anybody who's here for the first time, we don't want to embarrass you, we just want to say, hey, hello, Rosalie, right behind you, and keep your hands up. We're going to get over to you with a brochure, this gentleman and the lady in the pretty lavender sweater. And okay, awesome. We're going to get here to you. Rosalie in the pink sweater, and then there in the back. Awesome. Give them a hand for being here. You remember what it was like to walk in here for the first time, right? And so thank you for being willing to raise your hand, and we're going to have a good time. You can already tell we got great music going on. So we're going to start out by singing our Kong song. That's what we call our kind of sing-along. So everybody stand up. Oh, before you do, acknowledge our Love Stream people. Hello, Love Stream people. See ya. Hello. Hello. You know, we are an inclusive community, and by that I mean we love the people who are here in person, and we also love our Love Stream people because we got people who tune in from all different places. So hello, Love Stream people. You can sit or stand. The rest of us are going to sing. We're going to sing this song together. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time.
No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Constantly weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I found. Sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. One step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time.
Yeah. Woo! This is a nice full room today. It's really wonderful to see so many people out here. That's awesome. So kids, are you guys ready to go to Funday? Okay. You know, I feel a little bit like one of those late night hosts where there's like this theme music. You know, as they kind of play people in and out. That's fun. We're not talking about my personal song. Right. No. So we have a lot of things happening here at the center. It's like, boy, the fall came, and then we just decided we're going to be a full-fledged center again. So I know, it's so exciting. So let me tell you everything that's going on. We have our suds and soft chocolate supporting Secret Santa for seniors, and Marquita is going to tell you what that's all about. Please welcome Marquita Hustad.
Thank you. Just in case you didn't hear my spiel a couple weeks ago, we are supporting the Secret Service Society for Seniors. Yes. Otherwise, at this time known as the Secret Santas for Seniors. So there are some Santas out there that have been assigned a senior. They're collecting some items that they would like or need. And we have been asked to kind of supplement those Christmas boxes with the various toiletry items, soft chocolates, candies, cookies, that kind of stuff. And we'll be topping up those boxes. So there is also, I do want to say thank you. Thank you for all of the stuff that you brought in so far. We had a little trickle last week, a bit more this week, and next week is the last week. So we will push for those seniors. And I want to thank the people that have donated cash, and we will do the shopping for you. A Love Stream community also, thank you for your donations. And there is a volunteer opportunity, and I'm hoping to get that email next week to work on the individual boxes and putting the various items that we have collected inside. There is an additional volunteer opportunity for you if you're interested, independently next weekend, all across various locations in the city will be drop-off points of those boxes that the Secret Santas have been shopping for. So if you're interested in doing something independently, come and see me after, and I'll give you the link to sign up. Thank you.
Awesome, Marquita. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is such a generous community, but what I do know about all y'all is that you wait till the last minute. So we expect a whole lot of stuff coming in. Shelley, am I right? We're expecting a lot of stuff coming in next week. But anyway, whatever you can bring, if you want to just donate cash, and then we can supplement the supplements, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's suds and soft chocolates going on. Chili and a spiritual movie. So not next Sunday, but the Sunday after that on December 4th, we're going to get together after service. We're going to have some chili. There's going to be both beef and vegan chili for only $5. And they're going to watch this movie called Illusion, which is like a new take on the Christmas Story, starring Kirk Douglas, who is going to learn some lessons about life throughout the movie. And then we'll have discussion afterwards. So it's just a really great way of getting together with your spiritual family, your spiritual community, in person. This will not be an online thing for our Love Stream people. We just don't have a way of doing that. And so if you're in town, by all means, come down. And we are, Reverend Leslie, is it correct that we are taking sign-ups for that so we know how much food to have?
Yes, we definitely need that.
Okay, we do need people to sign up, and you can sign up in the lobby for that. And that's Sunday, December 4th from noon to 3 o'clock. Then Amy is doing a Christmas concert on December 9th. You know, she does this stories and songs and stories thing where she tells stories and sings different songs. Well, this is going to be a Christmas version of it, or a holiday version of it. Friday, December 9th, doors open at 7:30. The show starts at 8 o'clock. If you want the early bird ticket of $25, you can talk to Lance after service, or you can send in an e-transfer and put in the memo Amy Concert for $25. After that, they'll be available on Eventbrite for $30. So you want to get that $5 discount, either talk to Lance or send in your e-transfer for that. And that's Friday, December 9th, and that's going to be a swinging good time also. And then we have our ongoing groups. Excuse me. One of the things that we found out from you all, from the survey that we did a couple of weeks ago, where many of you participated in, is that you are really enjoying having groups outside of service to come together in community, talk about spiritual things. And we have a lot of those in place already with our discussion groups that we have. These are still all online. We'll be doing others that are in person, but right now we're still all online. The Consciousness Seekers, led by Ron Hahn, who did our beautiful meditation this morning. That's Mondays at 7. Coffee with Dr. Pat, that's with me. Wednesdays at noon. The Saging Circle is for our seniors, our Wisdom Keepers. That's Saturdays at 10. And our Hiking Social group is waiting to kind of see what Mother Nature wants to do before they take on their next project. So all of this information is in the newsletter and on the website if you need Zoom codes or anything like that. Got a whole lot of things going on. Okay, so now we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to do our sacred moment. And so Steph is going to lead us in a beautiful chant while Reverend Darlene gives us our spiritual mind treatment. I realize that says Reverend Monica. However, it is Reverend Darlene today. So come on up, darling. And I'm going to invite any minister or practitioner in the house to please come forward. We love to have you all represented here. If any of you are looking for treatment support, prayer support, these are the people who are here to serve you. And they do it out of the beauty and the goodness of their hearts here on Sunday. And they love to treat. So if you have something going on, you'd like to have prayer support, please see one of them. They'll be happy to meet with you for a few moments after service. Okay, Steph, and then Reverend Darlene.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light. Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light.
So in this moment, I am so grateful to know the truth that love is what we were born of. The Creator itself in all living things, waiting sometimes for recognition from us human beings to understand that of course it lives in our heart. And that we can be so guided and protected and led in beautiful, beautiful ways for reconnection with an expanding of life that is ours that we came here to experience. And so I know that we are perfectly imperfect. And that Dr. Pat's message today is on time and in divine order. and our hearts get filled up even more to overflowing with an ignition of ideas and know-how as we leave this room today to find the answers through our heart in our quiet moments throughout the coming week. And there is nothing that is insurmountable. So I am grateful for knowing this, for being a conduit for the one. And I simply release all these words back to that one, and it's acting through everybody within the earshot of these words of truth. And it is growing exponentially for the betterment of all of us and all around us. Thank you, God. I release these words back to you for great action upon them. And so it is.
So it is.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light.
So I invite you now to repeat with us our wonderful vision statement that fires us up even more. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And our mission statement: the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
Thank you, Reverend Darlene, for filling in, and thank you, my beloveds, always for being here. So wonderful. We're so blessed. So you had a chance to experience Martin with our opening song. He's going to do all of our music today. I first met Martin, I want to say 10 or 12 years ago. He kind of burst onto the New Thought music scene coming from Edmonton and was at our conferences and stuff, and people just fell in love with him. I mean, what's not to love, right? Absolutely. And he has just signed a record deal. I know, it's super, super exciting, and he's going to tell you ways that you can take music home with him, and he's also going to tell you about a thing that you have coming up in January. Is that correct? So please welcome Martin Kerr and Elevation.
Thank you so much, folks. It's lovely to be back here after a few years away and see some old friends and new faces too. I am, yes, releasing a new record in the new year with a label called Network, who've launched some of my favorite artists' careers like Sarah McLachlan and Coldplay and Bare Naked Ladies, Passenger, all kinds of great stuff. So hopefully my music's going to be getting out to millions of people around the world very soon. Yeah, I'm going to... Thank you. I do have some CDs in the lobby, but I'm going to be debuting these brand new songs at the Martha Cohen Theatre here in Calgary on January 28th, and I'd love to invite all of you, as long as you still like me by the end of this service today. So if you come see me in the lobby, if you want to get tickets, I'll throw in a CD as well. What a deal. This is a song about forgiveness, reconciliation, and it's called Set Yourself Free.
Cracks in your heart never disappear. You've done what you can to cover all the stitches. You wanna cry out, but you're holding your tongue, and no one can hear all of the words you won't say loud. Set yourself free if you can. Reach out to me, here's my hand. And this is the only one we get. I don't wanna waste another breath. We could be dreamers again. I know you're lost and fumbling in the darkness. You can't find a way to put it back together. So let's light a fire and wait till the morning. The shadows will fade, colors will come back into your eyes. Set yourself free if you can. Reach out to me, here's my hand. This is the only one we get. I don't wanna waste another breath. We could be dreamers again. Don't you let go, I want you to stay. You don't have to be perfect today. Set yourself free if you can. Reach out to me, here's my hand. This is the only one we get. I don't wanna waste another breath. We could be dreamers again. We could be dreamers again.
Thank you, and Steph and Lisa for harmonies as well. And Luis, just because he's cool. My heart is already open. How about you? Would you breathe with me, please? Taking a deep breath. And again. And one more time, please. Isn't that lovely when we all breathe together? There's just something so mystical about it or something. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of teaching in the beginning of my talk here because it's necessary to understand a few things in order to really get the message of today's talk. So I'm going to take off my preacher hat for a minute. I'm going to put my teacher hat on, okay? Can you tell the difference? Okay. No. Okay. So when we, I talk about our practitioners a lot and the rigorous training that they have to go through in order to be licensed practitioners. And when they go through all kinds of processes and they have to do the deep introspection work. Plus they also need to know the teaching inside and out for them to be able to do what it is that they do. So when we train our practitioners, there's a question that always comes up on their exam, and Dr. Heather, you're going to know exactly what question this is. And the question is, what is the premise for correct mental treatment? Now, if you're new here, don't be freaked out by some of the words that we're using. Treatment is a weird word. It means prayer. It means affirmative prayer. So what is the premise for correct mental treatment? And because our students, our practitioner students are, they're very, very steeped in the science of mind, so they will usually answer with the 5 steps of treatment. This is what I said when I was going to be teaching you something. So the 5 steps of treatment are very simple. Recognition, God is all there is. Unification, I am one with it. Realization, I accept my good. I state my claim. Thanksgiving, I'm so grateful for this truth. And release, which is to let go and let God. Those are our 5 steps of treatment. If you want to know what they are, no, I'm not kidding. Ruderer. Take the first letter of each step, R-U-R-T-R, Ruderer. Everybody say Ruderer. But here's what it stands for. Are you ready to receive? Ruderer. I know. See, I told you I was going to teach you something today. So while this answer is technically true to the question, it actually isn't the correct answer to the question. The correct answer comes from this kind of obscure quote in our text called The Science of Mind, but it really is the basis for correct spiritual mind treatment, and it says, the foundation for correct mental treatment is perfect God, perfect man, perfect being. Thought must be organized to fit this premise, and conclusions must be built on this premise. In other words, in other words, the basis upon which we do our prayer or treatment work is that Spirit is all ever present and is perfect. So nod your heads, yes? So that's one. And because we are part of the source and it expresses through us, then we are perfect, which then means that everything that unfolds is also perfect. So the actual answer to the question of the premise of correct spiritual or mental treatment is perfect God, perfect man, perfect being. Yowza! Yes? What a concept. Somebody should make like a spiritual philosophy based on this. What do you think? So, with that said, this topic of perfection in our teaching actually walks a very fine line between empowering people to realize their spiritual magnificence and their perfection, and arming those who use it to never take responsibility for their actions and their activities. For instance, that fine line often shows up in our basic course called Foundations. Because some students, we have a fabulous foundations class right now, but some of the students are hearing for the first time that they are worthy, that they are deserving of their good. And as much as they want to believe it, they have to do a lot of unlearning what they have been taught as kids and coming up, right? Especially if they were brought up with that idea of, oh my God, original sin and undeservingness and unworthiness. So for them, the idea of perfection is so far out of the realm of their acceptance, it's hard for them to take it in. Then we have the others who already know it. And you know what? That's cool. That is absolutely wonderful to already know that they are spiritually perfect. And it sometimes makes them a little unteachable. And being teachable is one of the first things that we need when we embark on a spiritual journey. We need to be willing to take direction and guidance no matter how enlightened we think we are. And then there are those who love knowing that they are spiritually perfect because it means that they can do whatever they want. Consequences be damned. Hey, I'm perfect, whatever. I know of what I speak because when I was newly sober, I've been sober a long, long time, but I got sober, and just a couple of years later, I found the teaching, right? And so I'm trying to work the steps, and I'm trying to learn all of this stuff, and when I first heard that concept of perfection, it was a little dangerous for me. I am, as they say in the 12 steps, self-will run riot. Anybody else? Anybody willing to go? Yeah. My people! So here I got this self-will run riot, and then I'm being told I'm perfect? Oh my God. But here's the thing. Life will always reflect who we really are and what it is that we really believe. So if we are not going to do the inner work necessary to realize our spiritual magnificence or to express our perfection, we're going to find ourselves in the midst of a mess of our own doing, going, well, what the hell? This isn't supposed to happen. I'm perfect, damn it. One of my all-time favorite quotes of Ernest Holmes, who is our founder, I just love this. I actually use it quite often because it's so wonderful. He wrote, "The power of choice with which man has been endowed is either his greatest blessing or his greatest curse. Properly understood, it can lift him to the heights. Misunderstood, it can drag him to the depths. He or she is free to choose anything which he wishes, but he must accept the responsibility for his choices because inexorable law will create his experiences according to his choices." Yeah. So if I'm going to use myself, if I've created a mess, and I'm having this mess experience, I'm not being punished. This law is not punitive. It is the perfect unfolding of the law of cause and effect that responds to our thoughts and our choices and our decisions. So here we have perfect God, perfect man-woman, and perfect being. However, one of the reasons that we do our spiritual mind treatment and we do our affirmations and we take courses and we come on Sundays and we do the other spiritual practices that we do is because spiritually I am perfect. Humanly, I'm still learning. And so as Reverend Darlene so beautifully put, as a result of this spiritual perfection, human still learning, we are perfectly imperfect. All of us, every one of us. But instead of that being a bummer or that being non-spiritual or something to be avoided at all costs, we can recognize that our imperfection is an amazing gift because it allows us to be who we are and also work toward improvement. Is that making sense to you all? And we're doing it not because there's some deity up there telling us and expecting us, or other people are expecting us to do it, or some false sense of ourselves is expecting us to do it. We're doing because it is our nature to grow and to improve and to spiral upwards. Brene Brown said this: healthy striving is self-focused. How can I improve? Perfectionism, is other-focused. What will they think? I know. Which brings me back to the title of my talk, which is, It's Perfect or Not. So what prompted this idea was something a colleague friend of mine was sharing about on a minister's call a few weeks ago. Like me, she's a seasoned minister, which means we're getting up there in years, okay? And she was sharing some of the wisdom that she's learned over the years. And she talked about the fact that for many, many years in her ministry, she was a perfectionist. And that it caused her all kinds of stress. Okay, any perfectionists in the room? Okay, it's possible I'm talking to you. Okay. So she talked about this being a perfectionist, right? Not only did she hold others to these impossibly high standards, but she held herself to these impossibly high standards also. And what she found was that it just wasn't sustainable, even though she tried for years. So now that she has some more experience under her belt and she understands a little bit more about herself and about how life works, she has declared herself and her center to be a perfection-free zone. Yes? Woohoo! Now that doesn't mean that she and her center don't strive for excellence. Of course they do. It's just that they don't strive for perfection because it is just not possible, nor is it desirable. And this minister has one of the more successful centers and ministries in our movement, partly because of that perfection-free zone, which allows people to be real, including her. So she told this funny story to kind of make an illustration about this. It was about one of her musicians. They have excellent music as well. And one Sunday, even though they had rehearsed all the music and everything, this particular player, I think it was the guitar player, started the song in a completely different key than the rest of the band. And they're all kind of like, I mean, every musician is there, oh my God, right? So when they realized what had happened, they stopped, and this musician said to the congregation, "It's a good thing this is a perfection-free zone." Right? Right? Now, he could have gotten upset. He could have gotten embarrassed. He could have blamed himself. He could have made it awkward and icky for everybody. But instead, he acknowledged his mistake. He made light of it, and they moved on. So imagine what a lesson that was for everyone who was sitting in the room that day. What if him taking and making that error, making the error, owning it, yes, okay, yes, I blew this, learning from it, and heaven forbid, moving on. What if that allowed someone else to forgive themselves for a mistake or an imperfection? So one of the questions that comes up is, how come we're so afraid of making mistakes? We all know that we learn from our mistakes, right? Everybody knows that from the age of this big. We learn from our mistakes, so how come we're so afraid of making them? Of course, nobody likes being wrong, but this aversion to wrongness is actually doing us a disservice and is stopping our development because we learn from our mistakes. So if we know better, then why do we so hard try to stand in the way of our own progress and our own growth by trying to be perfect? Why are we so afraid of imperfection? Why are we so afraid to show a weakness? Or heaven forbid, why are we so afraid to be vulnerable? Now, I am the first person to admit I am not a perfectionist. No way, no how, not anywhere close to it. I like to be good at things, and I like it when things go well, don't get me wrong. But no matter how hard I work on a talk, or how hard I work on a lesson plan, or an event that's happening, or something like that, there comes a time when I know that I have to let go of it. And I have to allow the alchemy, the creativity of what is in the moment to do what it does. In other words, I get it to all right. When I went to bed last night, this talk was all right. Okay, it was like, yes, this is what I want to say. But when I step up here, I have to invite my creative director, my internal creative director, to take over. And sometimes that creative director, that imp, allows me to make a mistake or to say something that I didn't mean to. I have to tell a story. Carrie, I'm going to tell a story about you. May I? She's like, what are you talking about? My sister said I had to include this. So Carrie and I had a nice chat a couple of weeks ago, and she was coming through the receiving line, and she wanted to say how much she got from our chat, and my response in my mind was either, that's so wonderful, or I'm so glad. And I took her hand and I said, I'm so wonderful. And she's like, well, yeah. I said, I didn't. So that's what I'm saying about my creative director being a bit of an imp, because sometimes I say things I don't mean to, or get caught up in the emotion that I hadn't expected. Remember last week? But when that happens, the most amazing thing happens, and that is when you come up to me and say, I love it when you made that mistake. It made you so real. Or it was so meaningful when you let yourself be seen that way. Because people are not looking for perfection these days. People are looking for real. We live in a world where there's so much emphasis on perfection with our sports and entertainment and in business and body image and politics. And it weighs so heavily on people who are not perfect. So that vulnerability of being in a perfection-free zone is so comforting. It's so endearing to people. And that doesn't mean that we just allow ourselves to be mediocre and not work at anything. Of course, that's not what I'm talking about. It means that we do our best and we understand that we are all a work in progress. Therefore, we love ourselves and others in spite of the imperfections, and we allow for some internal, unrehearsed, unplanned creativity to happen every once in a while, and be okay with it. So there you have it. It's perfect or not. And even when it's not, it still is. Because we're here in life school, right? And life school can be wonderful and scary, and icky and beautiful and terrifying and exhilarating and mistake-ridden and exasperating and messy. In other words, life is perfectly imperfect, or it is imperfectly perfect. Did I say that right? Yeah. It's the same thing. I love you, and so it is. I was thinking about Martin as I was putting this talk together, and thinking about how when I listen to his music, I think it's perfect. So, don't let me down. No,
I was just going to say how grateful I was that you gave me permission to be imperfect.
You know, you are...
I'm trying some new songs here, and there might be some wrong chords, but the
And
Spirit will come shining through.
We are going to love it and love you.
Thank
Please
you.
welcome Martin Kerr and
Thank you.
Elevation.
So I've made myself a little bit vulnerable in life at the moment because I believe in big dreams. And I've always wanted to be a singer-songwriter and sing for hundreds, thousands, millions of people. And I started with nothing, playing on the street for 10 years. And in Edmonton, where I live now, gradually worked myself up from playing house concerts and coffee shops to selling out the biggest theatres in town, the Winspear Centre and the Jubilee. And now I want to do the same in Calgary. Would you like to help me sell out the Jack Singer? Done. It's done. But the first, we're going to start a little smaller. Because, we're realistic as well. We have big dreams, but we know we've got to put one in front of the other. So we started with the smaller theatre next door, the Martha Cohen, which is just as beautiful, but more intimate. And so you've got to manifest these things, I think. So I put my money where my mouth is. I rented the theatre on my own dime. It's not cheap. And I bought all the tickets from the box office. And I'm going to sell them back to you today in the lobby. So that's how it works. That's how it works. And we're going to have a bunch of new songs to share with you. And when I have the whole evening to share with you and your friends, I'll be telling stories about where these songs come from and what they mean to me. This one really speaks for itself. I think you'll get behind it. It's called This Love. I've been thinking about me and you. We've been sinking. What are we gonna do? So much hurting, so much crying. Is it worth it even trying? I don't wanna lose a friend. I don't wanna keep pretending we're okay. I don't wanna let you down. I don't wanna watch you drown again. Don't slip away from me. Don't slip away. This love is all we've got. This love is never not enough. This love is all we've got. This
this love is never not enough. I've been hoping there's still a way we could hold on. There's gonna be a better day. So much living we gotta do. I won't give in when I'm holding you. I don't wanna lose a friend. I don't wanna keep pretending we're okay. I don't wanna let you down. I don't wanna watch you drown again. Don't slip away from me. Don't slip away. This love is all we've got. This love is never not enough. This love is all we've got. This love is never not enough. Everyone thinks we're crazy. I don't know why I still believe we got a love worth saving. I swear you're stuck with me. This love is all we've got. This love is never not enough. This love is all we've got. This love is never not enough. This love, this love is never not enough. I've been thinking about me and you. We've been sinking. What are we gonna do?
I can see it a field trip, January 28th. I can see it as a field. Well, we all live in town, so we could drive ourselves. But, yeah, we'll make that happen. We'll absolutely make that happen. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful job. This is our time to do our collection. This is a spiritual practice, folks. I notice I never rush through this because this is so important for us to understand that we are moving into a spiritual practice of participating with the law of circulation. So what I'm going to ask, this flipped ahead. So you guys, love stream. Okay, this is the ways that you can support the center. Anybody can do it this way. I know a lot of people send their e-transfers, and I do. I send in the transfer when it's time. So that's ways that you can do it. I'm going to encourage everybody to take your tithe, your gift, your offering, your donation, hold it to your heart, and infuse it with love. We felt a lot of love today in our music and our message and everybody who is here. And let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed. And so it is, and so it is. We're going to sing love, of course. 1, 2. I thank love for everything. 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 I
thank love for everything. I thank love for everything. I thank love for everything. I thank love for everything.
I thank love for
Woohoo! All right, thank you. Many, many blessings. Let's go ahead and bring in the kids. But while they're coming, I do have to let you all know about something. Christmas this year is on a Sunday. So we're going to have our service on Saturday the 24th at 10 o'clock. Okay, yeah. So we are not going to be here on Christmas Day. We will be here on Christmas Eve at 10 a.m. for a lovely service that Reverend Val and Amy are putting together. So it's going to be quite wonderful. Here's the kids. Yay!
Happy Sunday, everybody. Hello.
Hi, Miss Rachel.
We had so much fun. We did have a bigger group, but they had a beautiful birthday party to get off to. So here we are. Today we continued making our Christmas gifts for the seniors, and we put out the ones that we have finished on the table. The kids loved packing the gifts, even though they thought they were for themselves. Oh. They're not. So we had so much fun with that. We're going to continue that every week until they get donated. And we have somebody that wants to speak.
Every person plays and sing on the planet is interconnected with love. I am at home in the universe.
Woo!
Thank you, Chloe.
Good job.
Thank you, Chloe. They're amazing. Thank you so much for bringing such beautiful little souls to our center. They make a big difference here.
They surely do. And give it up for Rachel. You know, we had a pretty sizable kids program before the pandemic, and then when it was time to come back, she just did. And there were times when she sat alone in that room, but she held the space. Build it and they will come. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, everybody, let's stand up and we're going to do our closing blessing. So you know the drill. Most of you, if you are new, what we do is we rub our hands together. And we get all that good energy and all that good juju going, okay? And then we're going to send it out to where it's needed. So some people send it out to the world. Some people send it partly to themselves and out into the world. Some people send it all to themselves. You know what? It's absolutely fine. We are perfectly imperfect and perfectly imperfect. Okay, here we go on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Have a wonderful day, and Martin is going to sing one more song that's one of his signature songs. So please welcome again.
We're going to sing this one to each other, for each other. It's called You're Amazing. Are there any amazing people here today? There are. Every one of you has been amazing to somebody lately, and you don't have to be perfect to be amazing. So I wrote this song for my wife, actually, and I wrote it because she told me to. It took me about 10 years of asking to get around to it, but I'm glad that I did, because this became my first single to get on the radio across Canada and in a few other countries as well. So you may even have heard it and not known it was me, but you will in a minute. It's got one of those very easy sing-along choruses. You'll pick it up the first time you hear it. Let's give it a go. One day, we'll be looking back on this and we'll say, aren't you happy that we did it our way? Everyone we knew was saying no way, but we were never listening anyway. So don't be just standing in the doorway. Don't you know we gotta hit the highway? Darling, this is gonna be a good day. And I've gotta say that I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. One day
I've been looking back on this and I'll say, I'm so happy that you said you would stay. There were times I know that I was crazy, fraying at the edges and you saved me. I'm losing count of chances that you gave me. You're laughing at me dancing really badly, telling me the reasons why you'd gladly do it all again. Cause I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Did you get it yet? Give it a try. I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Well, hey, words can never adequately convey everything you're giving to me today. But holding you is better than a holiday, and leaving you I dread it like exam day. So at the risk of sounding kind of risque, everything to now has been the foreplay. Darling, I would follow you to Norway, or anywhere you want it. Cause I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. All together now. I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Solo. I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Sing it to somebody next to you now. I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Look him in the eyes, make it awkward. I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Like you really mean it, come on. I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Choose somebody else this time. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. One more time. I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. One day, when we're getting wrinkly and our hair's grey, a rusty old banger in the driveway, one of us will maybe wear a toupee, and I will be in love with you.
Thank you so much for having me, folks. Come and say hi already. You get to happy Sunday.